Hey Justice, it's Friday, and in the old school fashion, I'm recording from my phone because I really don't feel like showing you how to play a video game right this instant. Not a lot has happened this week. So far, basically, what has happened is I've worked a lot. I went to Josh's parents yesterday, first time since, this happened that I was going to see them. And, I didn't get to see his mom for too long because she works at a hospital. Much like you, she works 12-hour shifts mostly, from 9 o'clock in the morning to 9 o'clock at night, around that time frame. It's normally like 10, 11 hours. She works about 3 days a week, but at the same time, it's a little iffy and kind of deal. She sounded really sad when I contacted her, and she had discussed that she felt bad that she didn't get to see us, and we felt bad that we didn't get to see her. But by the time that we were leaving, it was 9:30 at night. So it was kind of a late night for us anyway. And there have been times where Josh's dad mentioned that she happens to where he happens to not even see her until about 11 o'clock at night because she works about 30 minutes away from her where they live. Yesterday most of the day was spent in Kent. Josh went to the dentist. I picked up Revan. It's a Star Wars book, and it's actually pretty good. I'm about halfway through it now, and I want to return it back to his brother Tony beforehand. He said that I could borrow it because I was trying to get through the book all day yesterday and couldn't, so we'll see how it goes. I mean, not we'll see how it goes, but that was why he handed it over to me. Besides that, today I got up for work at 7 o'clock, went into work at 8. Had to deal with a very upset coworker because he had to do the order because Kathy has strep throat, and because she has strep throat, problems arose. She wasn't going to come in and do the order because of that, and obviously you work in a food area, you don't want to come in if you've got strep throat. It's just a bad idea. But she ended up doing that, and because of that, Fatala had to do the order, and when Fatala did the order, it was just he was complaining most of the morning and trying to get me to do most of his work when I really didn't have the time to do so. So that was fun. And I've got to talk to Kathy tomorrow and tell her that if Fatala suggests that I come in at 6, that's not happening, because as much as I enjoy working with Fatala, I have other things that she wants me to get done that I can't get done if he tries to get me to come in 2 hours early, because the 4 hours I have where I don't work with him are the 4 hours I get corn cut, veggies done, and everything else. I try to take care of everything that I'm supposed to get done during my 8-hour shift. Yes. No, hearing him complain today was not fun, okay? Aaron gave me a thumbs up. But anyways, oh gosh, it was not fun at all. Hearing him complain for most of the morning was probably the worst thing ever. Anyway, so that happened today at work, and then for the sake of privacy, I'm not going to give you this guy's name, but one of my coworkers recently was in the hospital, and when he went to the hospital, I found out today that he was pink-slipped by his parents. Yeah, he was diagnosed with depressive disorder. He had a suicide plan and everything. Yeah, so he told me about it, and he's like, he's on medication now, and he was just kind of like, yeah, I'm a lot better, my friends have noticed a change in me, and everything else. And today was really a day where the two of us, because he worked in the back with me for most of the day, we both happened to kind of discuss things that we had both gone through, because high school sucks, to put it simply. And I explained the crap that I went through during my 4 years of high school that you know about very well, and as well as part of what I went through in my freshman year. And he kind of told me what he went through. So it was kind of one of those, not necessarily a bonding moment, but a moment where the two of us kind of understood where we were as people and what we had both dealt with. Because it was kind of similar in some aspects, while different in others, but it's sad to know that sometimes parents, without meaning to, can really destroy a child. And as well as kids, honestly. Children are harsh, especially teenagers. For whatever reason, they don't care. They're very much out for blood. But anyway, we talked about that, bullying, and a couple other different things today, and it was kind of just, what is the right word for this? It wasn't necessarily an enlightening moment because I already knew about it, but it was kind of like that moment of clarity where you remember everything that you've dealt with and why and how you understand that bullying is a thing that happens, and that that people need to be conscious of what they say and what they do because other people are affected by it. And that was just kind of one of those clarity moments that just it didn't necessarily strike me to what's the word? It didn't strike me in awe, but it just kind of made me sad to know that we live in a society that's very harsh on people, despite all the rules that we have and all the concerns we have about everything nowadays. Um, but anyway, that was today in a nutshell. Your word of the week next week is going to be phone. I don't know. It'll be phone. One of these days I'll use something else that's actually, useful. Maybe. Possibly. Probably not. But, yeah, I don't really have too much else to say on that matter. I don't really remember my word of the week was. I watched your video, but a lot has happened since before then. So I'll have to probably rewatch it and then laugh because I said the word of the week a couple times or something. But anyway, I hope that you have a good shift, because I know that you mentioned that you're working nights tonight sometime. I don't know if you're working a full shift or what. And besides that, I don't know. You have a good day. See your video on Monday.